The flash fill feature in Excel will simplify redundant, repetitive actions such as typing out first and last name for an entire list. Flash fill can work by starting out, spelling out the very first entry, and then starting to type the second entry, and flash fill will recognize what was going on. All I have to do is press enter, and it auto completes the entire list, grabbing what was in the one column and adding what was in the second column. Another method that you can use is the fill handle. Having the first and last name already typed out, I'm simply going to put my mouse pointer over the fill handle and double click or click and drag, moving my mouse then to the Smart tag at the bottom of the list. When I click that Smart tag, I have the option to hit Flash Fill, and instead of copying the cells, it will fill the cells with the same pattern. Another thing you can try, depending on your level of patience, I might want the first initial and last name, and then I start typing the next one, D, C-O-U-R-T, D, period, H. I had to keep typing to give it a couple of examples so that it knew precisely what I was after, particularly since the second and third entries, David and Dick, both started with the first initial letter. Now another thing that will happen sometimes is, had I only started with the A. Garten, first letter, last name, had I used the fill handle and selected Flash Fill, it doesn't work. It took me some time to figure out what it did, but it recognized the A as the second letter in Garten, and the O was the second letter in Court. O is the second letter in Howell. So you can make these kind of abbreviations, but you need to be careful and pay attention to what Excel does, because it doesn't always do exactly what you wanted. Another option could be to have typed the last name, comma, and the first name, and that would have worked also by hitting enter. You can also use Flash Fill to extract names. In the case where you have both the first and last name in the same cell, there's no way to sort alphabetically by first name. So I can pull the first name out simply by typing it in the adjacent column and use double-click Flash Fill to autocomplete. I could even type in the name, G-A-R-T-O-N, C, Court, enter, autocomplete. Both methods work.